So recently I have not so much on this channel, but on my travel channel. If you guys haven't checked that out, you should. You should go over there because it's my adventures. My adventures could be just in the car, the motorcycle, the slingshot. It doesn't matter. That's where they are. Anyways, when I'm doing multi-day trips, especially, I've been bringing a drone with me. And I've been enjoying bringing the drone because a lot of times you have time to kind of catch some of those scenes. Now, normally, drones that I would say are capable of doing that, especially newer drones, are fairly expensive. And, there's really at this point in time only one brand that you and I know of. And I'm not even going to say it because you know it. Their pricing is, eh, for me, I use the minis. So it's here, it's fine, there's a lot of issues right now with DJI in the US, right? DJI has a whole bunch of things that are possibly issues. So these guys here, Potensic, sent out their Atom to me so I could give it a try. So we're gonna start off the video just giving this a unboxing because I have to unbox it to go take it out. And I'm gonna just go out today and fly it around a little bit. Um, and then come back and let you know my thoughts on it because I have had a chance to fly, and these aren't all the drones. So here's the original Air right here. I'm not going to show you it on the top because it has all my contact information. Um, here's a Mini 2, and I would say this probably is the closest comparison is the Mini 2. I also have, of course, the Mini 3, and I have the Neo, so their little FPV one. Anyways, let's crack this open and see what let's see what comes in the box, shall we? I had to pause because my little buddy here, she shows up in some videos because she's always like, I don't want to be by myself. And if you are watching some of the travel videos, you'll see her occasionally pop up in them. So if you're a fan of Lily, maybe she should get her own channel. I'm just saying. Anyways, I'm just gonna put her right here. This is the box, as you can see, 32-minute, they say, flight time. So we'll test that, probably in a future video. 10-kilometer distance with 1080p reception for the video. 4K HDR videos. I think it's 4K 30. 8K photos. So that's actually pretty good. It has a panorama photo mode, an AI night mode, 5 times slow-mo, 2.7K vertical. So the camera itself doesn't flip. It just does a vertical crop inside the 4K. So it'll give you a 2.7K. And smart transfer. So 25 meg per second for transfer back again to the remote. Now, a lot of people actually said, and again, I've watched some videos, a lot of people have said that their new remote is quite nice. So we shall see. Anyways, on the back, we have some things. This is the Fly More combo. So just realize one of the nice things I find with these guys is that they had the Atom 1 before, which makes sense because this is the 2. And the Atom 1, if you bought like the Fly More combo there, for instance, those batteries work. Those batteries work in this. So, you could either just not buy the Fly More combo because you got a whole bunch of batteries, or now have like 8 batteries, or sell your old Atom and keep a couple of the Fly More stuff, right? So you have like 5 batteries with this kit, et cetera, et cetera. You have all kinds of stuff. And I also like the fact too that you can just buy the drone. So I believe, I don't know for sure, right? If you crash the drone, if whatever, everything else is good, but you want to just get a replacement drone, you can. So that's also cool. This is the carry case. Huge perk. Huge perk because every time I buy one of the DJI drones, I have to go buy a carry case. Now I don't always get the Fly More kit. I just get the basis, right? You're okay with that. You want to go somewhere. You just gotta hold on. Anyways, this is the Fly More kit case. Again, I don't know if you get this the normal one, if it actually comes with a carry case, but what comes inside? What comes inside? I'm a big fan though of companies that are like, here's a case. I like that. I like that a lot. Trying to unbox with one hand is a lot harder. Anyways, we're going to get a manual, which is nice. Do you want to go look in there? Come here. No? You don't want to take a look? Okay, she doesn't want to take a look. I'm going to put this off to the side here, and we'll just drop everything in here. So we have this is the batteries. So where's my camera? There you go. This is the batteries. So 2 batteries inside it. My guess is 1 battery in the drone already. So that's excellent. We get these are going to be all your USB stuff. You get an extra set of props for replacement if you need them. Your screwdriver, all your kind of accessories and tools. But again, nice. And the bag itself has everything set up. This is your power. So this is a wall outlet power. So just realize it needs to plug into the wall so it doesn't look like it's USB. But it also means that it should charge nice and fast. You get the controller. And this is Lily. Her name's Lily, just in case you, oh, I know. She's like, what are you doing? Hold on. Just so you guys can see it. That's the important part, right? The controller. So it's a good size, right? Look at that. So this is what's cool about it. You guys can see this, right? This is the actual antenna. So, you just undo that. It's already trying to plug in. And as you can see, like it's a good size. So you should have no problems, putting a good size phone in here if you needed to. And there's your little sticks. So very similar to a lot of the other brands, but I like this. I like that. I think that's cool. Then, good thing I'm only doing this part. Then we're going outside. Then we have the drone. Yes. So there's the drone. Drone is smaller than the controller. That drone is actually way smaller than I thought it was. Hold on. She's getting crazy. All right. So this is the drone. I think I got a game happening behind me that was loading. Anyways, what is that? Oh, that's cool. A little belt to make sure everything is together. All right, I like that. And that is it. So it feels very similar to the original Mavic Air, Mavic Mini. Yeah, this is your little gimbal thing, like very similar. So, and I really enjoyed that drone. This folds out like so. Yes, again, very similar to. Is there something on here? Oh yeah, this has to come out first, and then this. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, nice and tiny. Now, I am curious. If I folded this back up, Lily, hold on. If I folded this back up, I'm curious. So here's the Mini 2. Yes, here's the Mini 2. See, look how close those two are. Yeah, like they're close. Design and everything. Take a look at that. Like, oh my gosh, they are so close to each other. All right, even on the back, USB, those are a little different. Battery kind of goes in the same spot. All right, that's cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go and give this a fly. You don't need to see me set it up. You don't need to see this. I want to see how it flies. I'm gonna do some firmware updates, make sure everything is good, and then what we'll do is I'll come back and tell you my thoughts on it. Now expect more videos because we're gonna try to do some testing with this over time. So maybe some like battery tests, some flight distance tests, etc., etc. But those will be future videos coming up. Anyways, I'm gonna go give this a fly. I'll come back and let you know what I think of it. All right, so I just got back from my first flight where I kind of tested the drone, the Atom 2. There it is, right? The Atom 2. And it was pretty, not like heavy wind, but definitely had some wind. I tested how it flew, tested, of course, some of the AI modes, some of the tracking modes, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll talk about this with some sample footage put over top. So before we get into a bunch of this, I have to say this, as you can see it, right here. Nice and small. So that's really good, especially if you are looking for a beginner drone. One of the things you don't want necessarily is a big drone. You want something that's easy to take with you, right? Easy to travel with you, especially someone like me that travels a lot on a motorcycle. I don't have a lot of space, so small is good. It's under the 249 gram limit, which makes it, of course, a drone that really doesn't have to be registered or anything like that. Now, again, it's something that you do want to check your local laws because different areas have different laws. And here in Canada, I can fly this, which is nice. The other thing I like is the controller. It's a nice feeling controller. I have to say, it sets up easy. The cables kind of tuck in really nice. The controllers work good. after you've flown it, I would say the first time you are pretty familiar with what the buttons kind of do. And if you've ever flown a different drone previously, you should have no problems kind of just making your way into this drone. So again, I think as a complete package, and especially if you get the Fly More package, I went through one full battery and just maybe like 10 or 15% of the second battery to kind of get all the footage that I wanted for the test. So that, again, really good. I had no problems with that. Now, this camera, of course, can shoot 4K HDR footage. It can take 48 megapixel stills, which comes out to that 8K. That's how they get that 8K number. And it has both a video zoom and a photo zoom. Not that that's something that I would necessarily use, but if you're doing like a live preview, let's say you're trying to do roof inspection and you can't get close enough to it, you could kind of zoom in to see it on the screen. I do like that. I think that's a really nice feature. So you don't have to bring it down, put it into a computer and take a look. But for me, where I would primarily use this for video, any kind of zoom, cool. But I think I would primarily just zoom in post. But that's just me. I do like the fact that it does have HDR for your video and things like that. Stat wise, you're looking at a 1/2 inch Sony sensor, which has a f1.8 aperture on it, which is nice. From coming back and looking at the footage, good color, good detail. I didn't have a chance to go fly it at night, but it was overcast, so I do still think the footage that came out of it, because of the scenario, was good. Now, the footage that you see is untouched that I'm showing you. Now, realize and this is me personally, like to shoot everything with an exposure compensation, so I like to actually have the exposure darkened. So I usually bring it down to about a -4 so that I can retain some of the highlights in the shot, because I'd rather have the shadows darkened. I think that gives it a more cinematic look. So I always shoot things at a -4 exposure compensation, which I just kind of realized that. Again, it does have HDR, which can help, brighten or darken mixed lighting depending on what its requirements are. And, if you are a beginner and you've never used a drone, I think you'll be able to get a lot of really great shots from this drone without having to go in and do much in regards to editing at all. Now, the other thing, of course, is that this drone does have a lot of smart features, a lot of smart tracking features. They have things like follow me mode, circle mode, dolly zoom mode. It does also have a vertical mode, which I kind of talked about in the unboxing. Now, realize it doesn't actually take the physical gimbal and spin it around so you get the full resolution. It is just doing a crop inside it. But if you're putting this up in TikTok or Instagram or, whatever, YouTube shorts, plenty of resolution to be able to do that. So you shouldn't have any kind of issues. Now, they also, again, with their firmware update, gave you a few extra features that you can go into. Again, I didn't try them all. Will be another video coming out as I go and do more testing on this. But they have like a panorama mode, they have a sphere mode, et cetera, et cetera. So, even as someone, I think that's going to be a first time at this, being able to just kind of highlight yourself, which is all you have to do, is you'll see yourself on the screen, you highlight it, and all of a sudden the AI features come up. So you have the AI tracking mode and you have the AI modes, flight modes, which allow you to kind of just be more creative, right? Have that circle around you, have that corkscrew around you, have that zoom out or that fly out. Now, just kind of be aware, and I'll talk about it later. No obstacle avoidance on this, right? No obstacle avoidance. So just be aware of your surroundings. And the last that I kind of want to talk about, I think, first off, it's simple. It's a nice, simple drone to use. The GPS lock, right? It locked onto me pretty good. Watching the drone once it was hovering, again, there was a little bit of wind, not a lot of wind, but enough to make a drone want to move around. It was pretty stationary, so again, no complaints. Again, especially in this price point, I think it did really well in this price point. The app itself, really good. Make sure that you do any of the firmware updates. Once it's all connected, it will prompt you with firmware updates, so make sure you do them. The other thing that I shot in, just to be aware, and this was something that came after the firmware update, is I could bring the saturation down, and I could bring the definition or the sharpness down as well. And based on their website, they are going to have, again, in another, I believe, future update, the ability to shoot in a log mode. I think they're going to have like a P log. So that'll give you a much flatter image as well, which I'm going to really like. Not for everybody, but I like that flat mode so I can tinker around a little bit. So if you are someone that likes that, cool. The return to home mode, which I actually had to use a few times, it definitely had to do it when I ran out of battery the first time, was close, very close to where it took off, probably within a foot, maybe foot and a half, 2 feet of where it launched from. So also really good. Blades, the props, no louder, I would say, than any other drone that I've flown with. So, it's not as if nobody's going to hear it. Once it gets up to a good height, they shouldn't be able to hear it. But, if you're flying just above or something like that, yeah, you hear the props, the blades. But I don't think that's really that big a deal. Now, they do talk about a 32-minute flight time. I will test that in a future video again, because I definitely didn't get 32 minutes, but I was also flying it out in a fair bit of wind, and I was doing all the AI stuff, and I was, landing it and taking it off and landing it and taking it off. So, probably more of a real life test. I would say I would get low 20s, maybe mid 20s, maybe is my guess, but we will do a test just to see if we can get that. And honestly, I never lost signal transmission, which was excellent as well. It stayed connected. I don't know how far you have to go before you lose signal, but for now, for me, flying around, and you're supposed to fly line of sight. So I definitely had no issues in line of sight with transmission. So that's kind of nice. Again, not every drone is perfect. So there are going to be some, I want to say, limitations, but you also have to remember that this is a drone priced as a budget or beginner drone that has, 3-axis gimbal and things like that. No obstacle avoidance, like I said. And you need to be aware of this because there's a few times that when I was flying, I came awful close to hitting a roof or a structure that was like near the top. I just came over top of it. And one of the AI features where I believe it was doing like a boomerang, it missed a tree, like maybe by a foot, maybe. So just kind of be aware of that. Again, 32 minutes. I would say that's in absolute perfect conditions, maybe just hovering, zero wind. Maybe you'll get 30 minutes. I would say stay closer to that 20 to 24, 25 minutes is probably really what you're getting. That's really, as of now, the only real negatives that I have. So as of now, I think this is a fantastic option if you're a beginner, not even just a beginner, you just want a drone. I've been flying drones and all kinds of drones for a long time, and I would have no problems taking this drone out in regards to, in competition with any of the other drones that are more money because like I said, the size, the quality, et cetera, et cetera. And once it gets that P-log, it'll be even better. So that was my first experience with the Potensic Atom 2. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Would this possibly be, or would you consider it as maybe your first drone? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you have any thoughts on what else you'd like tested possibly with this drone. I am definitely going to do a video in regards to how long it can stay flying. We'll just do a stationary fly. And we may, I know some of it has a big acreage, so we may try to do distance tests to see how far we can actually get it before the transmission cuts out, and how far it can fly and make its way all the way back home. So if you're interested in those, again, let me know in the comments. And that's it. I will have links below if you guys are interested in this drone. And I will see you guys next video. So far, I'm liking it. Very nice.